Hello, it is your instructor, Araminta, and I am here to read you Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night because I just finished assessing your Villanelle assignments, and I noticed about half of you didn't hand in an actual Villanelle. And I want to draw your attention to how and why those were not Villanelles. And this is the example that we'll use. So you will remember this from your reading, and if you dug deeply, then you actually at one point clicked this button. You actually went over to this site and listened to Dylan Thomas read this himself. But I'm going to read it to you right now because I want you to hear the rhyme pattern. For it to be a villanelle, you must have this rhyme pattern and structure, and it needs to be only two rhymes. There are only two rhymes in this entire poem. There are no other words except those two rhymes. And here it is, night and day. Every word that ends a line in this poem either rhymes with the word night or it rhymes with the word day. So listen to this. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay, rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight and learned too late that grieved it on its way, do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay, rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. So as you can see, and I forcefully emphasize the end of every line, even though that's not how you would normally read or hear this poem, so that you could see and hear the rhyme scheme. So let's just read that last word of every line. Okay, so yours should work the same way. So I'm going to read the last word of every line, and that's it. Night, day, light, right, they, night, bright, bay, light, flight, way, night, sight, gay, light, height, pray, night, light. So your poems need to do the same thing. You need to have that same pattern of rhyming. And to take it a step further, most of you got this part. Your poem, a villanelle, has a couplet at the end, and those lines actually repeat at different parts of the poem. So the couplet here is, do not go gentle into that good night, rage, rage against the dying of the light. And that couplet rhymes, night and light. And you'll notice that those two lines show up at different parts in the poem. So here's rage, rage against the dying of the light. Here it is again. Here it is again. And then do not go gentle into that good night. Here it is here. Here it is here. And up here. So as you can see, a villanelle is an extremely structured poem. And for those of you that did not get the rhyme palette correct, you can take another pass at this. Because you already handed in one on time, you actually have right until the portfolio to get this right. And then once I see an improvement on your poem, then I would increase the score in your actual final submission for that poem. So don't feel like you have to rush to get this in right away, but I do encourage you to work with a Writing Center tutor just to make sure that you get that formula and the rhyme scheme correct. Okay, thanks everybody.